Good morning. I'm going to read today's devotional, and it comes off of the verse of the day for July 16th, 2025. And the verse of the day is Luke chapter 9, verse 23 and 24. The verse says, "Then he said to them all, 'Whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves and take up their cross daily and follow me. For whoever wants to save their life will lose it, but whoever loses their life for me will save it.'" Today's daily devotional is called Deny Self, Follow Christ. Now here's the context of Luke chapter 9. Luke is a pivotal chapter in the Gospel of Luke. It marks a transition in Jesus' ministry, from public miracles to private preparation of his disciples. It begins with the commissioning of the 12 in verse 1 through 6, followed by the miraculous feeding of the 5,000 and Peter's confession that Jesus is the Messiah in verse 20. Just before verse 23, Jesus foretells his suffering and death in verse 22, which is a shocking revelation to the disciples. Then comes the defining moment. Jesus sets the expectation for anyone who would truly follow him: denial of self and daily cross-bearing and imitation of Christ. Here are some key takeaways and reflections. So, choices and habits matter. Make a choice once, follow him daily. Faith is not a one-time decision, it's a daily discipline. Salvation is a moment. Sanctification is a lifelong walk. The cross we carry isn't a mere symbol, it's a surrender in action. So I want to emphasize that again, that salvation is a moment, sanctification is a lifelong walk. The cross we carry isn't a mere symbol, it's a surrender in action. And the first thing I think about that, the cross we carry, is so many Christians, including myself, we've worn the cross, right? But it's not just a symbol. The cross is not just a symbol, it's a surrender in action. Denying self is the starting line. So it's the start that stops most people. Denying self is the starting line. Denial of self is not self-hate, but choosing God's will over personal desire. If anyone comes to me and does not hate father and mother, yes, even their own life, such a person cannot be my disciple. And Luke said that in Luke chapter 14, verse 26. It says, "I have been crucified with Christ, and I no longer live, but Christ lives in me," which is Galatians chapter 2, verse 20. We do not know everything, but he does. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Proverbs chapter 1, 7. As we recognize our limits, we begin to hunger for God's wisdom. Taste and see the Lord is good. Psalm 34:8. Following Jesus requires humility. When we deny ourselves, we humbly follow Jesus. That one really hit home, when we deny ourselves. Because when we deny ourselves, we humbly follow Jesus. And to start this in Luke chapter 9, 23, 24, in the context of Luke 9, Luke 9 is a pivotal chapter in the Gospel of Luke. It marks the transition of Jesus' ministry from public miracles to private preparation. So private preparation is living with humility. Private preparation. Jesus privately told his disciples. The private preparation is humility. Sacrifice comes with suffering. We will suffer from doing good and from denying things that seem exciting in the moment but keeps us from God. So are there things in life that seem exciting but are actually distractions, are actually keeping you from God, right? If it's exciting before it's God, it might be a distraction. Let God be exciting. For it has been granted to you to suffer for him. Philippians 1:29. We are suffering for Christ because Christ suffered for us, and that suffering leads to eternal life. For it has been granted to you to suffer for him. Philippians 1:29. No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 11. We avoid self-denial. We want to live with excitement. But avoiding short-term pain leads to long-term regret. So if we avoid denying ourselves for short-term pleasure, it will lead to eternal regret. Gain by loss. When we give up our life for his sake, we receive eternal life in return. This paradox of the gospel reveals kingdom logic. Losing life for Christ is actually how we gain it. I tell you the truth. Unless a kernel of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it remains only a single seed. But if it dies, it produces many seeds. John chapter 12, verse 24. Let faith grow. When we let faith grow, we let go of fear. When we let faith grow, we must, when we let faith grow, it produces many seeds. The one seed we let go will grow, but we must let the seed go. And a lot of us are holding on to the seed because of some of the things that is hard to do. When it comes to sacrifice comes with suffering. Following Jesus requires humility. We don't know everything, but he does. Denying self is the starting line. Those are the things that we are not doing, which is why we are not letting faith grow. And in doing so, we are living in fear. So let faith grow by choosing habits daily, denying self. We don't know everything, but he does. Following Jesus requires humility, and sacrifice comes with suffering. When we do those things daily, we will let faith grow and let fear go. When we hold on to our life and keep it from Jesus, we don't get to experience the abundant life he promises. Jesus doesn't just offer eternal life, he offers abundant life here and now. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. So we get to leave a legacy by how we live a legacy. We can live a legacy and leave a legacy for others. That is what it is called being a disciple of Christ here and now. And in doing so, we are fulfilling the Great Commission. That is my verse of the day devotion context. I hope that it helps you. If it does, let me know. Like, subscribe, share, comment, engage, encourage. To encourage others is to encourage ourselves. To love others is to love ourselves. You have your best day today, one day, every day at a time. Let faith grow by following the lessons that Jesus Christ provides us here in Luke chapter 9. God bless.